Well, this should be interesting. What's up, Vikings Nation, and welcome to the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate. I'm your host, Trey Wicks. Now, before we get started, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're only a couple away from 650 subs, so it would be much appreciated if you help me reach my goal by hitting the subscribe. Anyways, look, we play the Detroit Lions this upcoming weekend, and all we have to do is win in order to clinch the NFC North, guarantee ourselves a spot in the playoffs, which was my expectation going into this season. We had to make the playoffs in any possible way, okay? And that's all we got to do is win. However, there's some sports books out there that say that we're not going to win this one. We're the underdogs. And I got to say, it makes a little sense, I guess. But if you look at the record, maybe not. Like we probably should be favored in this one. However, we'll dive through it. Tyler Forness of the Vikings Wire had us, or looked at us, before this actually changed, or before the spread changed. We were the favorites by 1 point. However, 2 hours go by. We are now the underdogs by 1 point. Here is what he said. Now, by 11 a.m. Central Time, the line had moved to the Lions being 1 point favorites over the Minnesota Vikings. If you guys can't see that right there, it basically states that the over-under is 53, which, oh my goodness, no way, not going to happen, potentially. But the Lions are the 1 point favorites. We're not. Now, as of this running, the odds still have the Lions favored by 1 point. This is quite the swing, as the books initially had the Vikings as a 1 point favorite on Sunday night, the 4th of December. Okay, but that flipped around considerably quickly on Monday morning. What could have caused that type of overcorrection? There are a few different things, but the most likely reason was that the betting sharps jumped on the line and they likely heavy favor Detroit based on their own lines. Now, I can also say there's a reason for this. Okay, and as a Vikings fan, it might pain me to say it, but they've played better football. Plain and simple. I don't know, like you guys can argue and say that they haven't and the record says otherwise. Yeah, we might be 10-2. But Detroit in the last, 4 games, aren't they like 3-1 or something like that? Whatever the case may be, they're winning ball games. Okay, the only loss they had was to the Buffalo Bills just 2 weeks ago on Thanksgiving. And guess what? They should have won that one. They could have won that one. Detroit has been playing phenomenal football, and it seems to only be getting a little bit better week by week because of their grit and determination. That is what their mantra is, grit. MCDC is going to have these guys rocking and rolling. The Vikings have been playing good football. Okay, we're 10-2. Okay, we're winning ball games. We're doing all the right things. But we're very inconsistent. Our offense is inconsistent. Our defense, we 486 yards last week. Okay, can't happen. Even though we still won, we were allowing field goals and stuff like that. We have got to become a little bit more consistent. Let's be better on all phases of the ball. Detroit, as of right now, might be the better team. Might be. Even though our record says otherwise. I still believe we're going to go into Detroit. We're going to win the game, clinch the NFC North, and we're going to move on. However, reality is Detroit and us always split one game. You can go back the last 5 years, I believe at least 4 of those years, potentially maybe 3 of those, maybe all of them. They have split with us 1-1 on the season. I actually had us losing earlier in the year on my record prediction this game. So if Detroit continues to play like they have been, it is going to be a tough matchup. And I understand why they are the favorites. But if you're looking solely at the record, they shouldn't be. Okay, they just shouldn't be. But they have been playing better football than we have as a team. It's going to be a tough game. I know that because it's a division rival. They know your ins and outs. The first meeting was pretty close. Okay, Detroit, I believe, had like the early lead. We came back, we took it away or something like that. Whatever the case may be, we still won. Okay, but you never know. Any given Sunday, things can happen. So there you have it. The Vikings are currently the underdogs against the Detroit Lions. Hopefully throughout the week that shifts because we should be the favorite, but at the same time I understand why Detroit is. Make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. 650. We're so close to 650. You can help me reach that goal. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, and SKOL Vikes.